There's something many don't tell you about walking the spiritual path. You'll lose time. You'll experience moments when it feels like you're stuck, like nothing is changing, and you're just waiting. But here's the truth. These moments are part of your journey, and they aren't meaningless. On the surface, it may feel like you're wasting time, but what's really happening is deeper. The pauses on your path are shaping you in ways you can't see. You're being prepared for something greater, and what feels like lost time is actually hidden progress. The challenge is learning how to recognize this and use it. If you don't learn this, you'll get frustrated, impatient, and might even give up. So, how do you harness these moments instead of feeling stuck? Keep watching this video until the end. Hit that subscribe button and let the insights sink in. You might find that listening to it on repeat reveals new layers of understanding each time. Let's break it down into some key insights. Each one will help you see why time feels lost and how to turn it into something powerful. Number 1, the illusion of lost time. When it feels like you're losing time, what's really happening is an illusion. You think nothing is moving forward because you don't see immediate results. We're conditioned to measure progress by clear milestones, visible achievements, quick transformations, tangible rewards. But the spiritual path isn't like that. A lot of progress happens internally, in silence, without any outward signs. It's like planting a seed. For a long time, it looks like nothing is happening. But underground, the seed is developing roots, preparing to sprout. If you judge your growth by what's visible, you'll believe you're wasting time. The truth is, those moments when nothing seems to be happening are when the real work is happening inside you. To harness this time, shift your mindset. Stop expecting instant results and trust that inner progress is happening, even if you can't see it yet. Every quiet moment, every delay is part of your growth. Number 2, time spent reflecting is time well spent. Reflection feels like a slow process, but it's one of the most important aspects of spiritual growth. In today's world, we're trained to constantly move forward to keep achieving. But the spiritual path isn't about rushing. It's about understanding. When you take time to reflect on your experiences, emotions, and choices, you gain clarity. You see patterns in your behavior, identify what holds you back, and learn how to break free from old habits. This is what prepares you for real transformation. Without reflection, you're just moving without direction. So, when you feel like you're losing time because you're pausing to think, remember that reflection is part of the process. It's not wasted time. It's necessary time. Harness it by journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in silence with your thoughts. Over time, you'll see how these moments of stillness lead to breakthroughs. Number 3, you're being prepared for a bigger shift. When nothing seems to be happening on your spiritual path, it's often because you're being prepared for something larger. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You can't rush to the top without stopping to rest, adjust, and prepare. The higher you go, the harder the climb, and the more preparation you need. The moments when time feels lost are when your mind, emotions, and spirit are aligning. You're being strengthened in subtle ways. It's like preparing for a test without enough preparation. You're not ready for the challenge ahead. Harness this by embracing patience. Instead of fighting the stillness, use it to build resilience. Trust that the delays are preparing you for a powerful leap forward. Number 4, the power of resting in stillness. Resting doesn't mean you're doing nothing. On the spiritual path, rest is active. It's a time when your mind and spirit are integrating what you've learned. Think of it like building muscle. You don't grow stronger during the workout. You grow stronger during the recovery period. The same is true spiritually. After periods of intense growth, you need rest to integrate those lessons. If you skip this, you'll burn out. To harness rest, learn to be okay with stillness. Take time to rest your mind by stepping away from constant thinking. Give yourself space to simply be. In those moments of rest, powerful shifts happen quietly. You're not losing time. You're gaining energy for the next phase of your journey. Number 5. Emotions need time to process. On the spiritual path, emotions play a huge role. You're not just learning new ideas. You're releasing old wounds, letting go of past pain, and rewiring your emotional responses. This takes time. Emotional healing doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes you may feel like nothing is changing because emotional progress is slow. But if you rush this process, you miss out on deep healing. To harness this time, give yourself permission to feel. Don't rush to fix everything. Let emotions rise, observe them, and allow them to pass naturally. Over time, you'll notice that the heaviness lifts and you'll feel lighter. This is emotional progress, even if it feels like nothing's happening in the moment. Number 6. Growth happens in cycles, not straight lines. Many people expect the spiritual journey to be a straight line, a steady climb where each step leads directly to the next. But in reality, spiritual growth happens in cycles. You may feel like you're progressing, only to hit a plateau where nothing seems to move forward. This is frustrating, but it's natural. Growth comes in waves. There are phases of learning, phases of applying, and phases of resting. Just because you're in a resting phase doesn't mean you've stopped growing. It means your mind, body, and spirit are catching up to the changes you've made. Harness this by recognizing where you are in your current cycle. If you're in a slower phase, don't fight it. Use it to recharge, review your journey, and get ready for the next wave of progress. When you understand that growth is cyclical, you stop worrying about being stuck and start flowing with the natural rhythm of your path. Every cycle brings you closer to deeper wisdom, even if it feels like you're standing still. The spiritual path is not a race. There's no finish line you need to rush toward. The moments that feel like lost time are actually the moments when real transformation happens deep within you. Every pause, every delay, every still moment is preparing you for something greater. The key is to recognize this and use it. Instead of seeing lost time as a setback, see it as an opportunity. An opportunity to reflect, prepare, heal, and grow stronger. When you understand this, you stop worrying about how fast you're moving and start trusting the process. Remember, it's not about how quickly you evolve. It's about how deeply you grow. Keep going, and when you feel like you're losing time, know that something powerful is happening beneath the surface. Stay patient, stay open, and trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be.